How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Cassandra. This is Rimworld. Let's get to it. We're going to have a busy episode, tons of stuff that we need to be done. You can see everyone's already flying across the map, doing stuff that I've queued up, like picking up components over here, that sort of stuff, although they're going to do it now. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We're emptying all these graves because we will be expanding the kill box, as we've sort of spoken about pretty much every episode. We need to be making sure we're upgrading our defences because we know the game is going to keep hitting us harder. We have got 2 LMGs there that we will equip. LMGs actually have really, really good range, which is nice. Other than that, it's sort of going through the motions. I am sort of concerned about a few things about our defences, but what we have to remember is these are the, this kill box, for example, has been progressing over time, and it's only through attacks that we can see, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this was a failure. My only nervousness about this kill box is actually when the bugs are lured down here when we have an infestation, they don't really have far to go to actually wipe us out. So if there is too many of them, they could overpower us quite easily. But, let's try and be positive, I suppose. Crow, what are you doing? You're deconstructing grave. Let's make sure we're actually cremating some of these bodies as we go. Otherwise, the modifiers for having dead bodies laying around is actually going to get quite massive. There are fires everywhere, which is slightly negative. Miro, try and get up here. Try and save some of these resources. I thought I queued all these jobs up for people to collect, but perhaps I didn't. Right, there we go. So we're saving a few resources, which is fine. I did change the zone just to make sure actually we can get stuff around the map just for the time being. Like, I don't like doing it too often because you can sometimes get caught out, but I think for the moment, like lobster going all the way over there. Do you see what I mean? I hate when that happens. Have I set... Okay, what I also wanted to do is actually set some marble around the map for hauling, which I have done because apparently I'm brilliant. So that is actually perfect. A lot of hauling getting done, a lot of jobs are getting done. Once they have, we're going to start obviously building this kill box. Some of my plans have come off here, which is slightly agitating, but worse things have happened. I think it was something like that. And the idea is basically exactly the same, and then this little exit. Aisha's now put herself on fire. Brilliant job. Brilliant job, guys. Stunning job. Why are you trying to put out this fire? Pass. Okay. Brilliant job. Expand home zone. Let's just expand it a little bit just in case the fires are coming quite close. Let's make sure we're putting it out. This will also clean areas up, which isn't the worst thing in the world because these are the other areas that obviously we're traversing the most. For Aisha got caught there. So there we go. Some marble chunks actually getting brought back, which is really, really nice. But yeah, as we keep saying, we need to be upgrading our defences because pretty much every attack they're getting through to us, which in itself isn't a huge deal, but we have to be aware that obviously we can get outnumbered at the moment quite easily. I love how everyone just got burnt there. Brilliant. Lobster's got that sniper rifle. Let's change guns and just make sure we are actually equipped when an attack happens or something like that. Okay, these fires are spreading, and I know people shout at me in the comments to put them out really, really quick. But as long as we're fine in our initial little zone, and the rain's putting out now anyway, which is good timing. Okay, we do need to put out that tree though. There we go. Right, Aisha, you don't have a weapon. Come get yourself an LMG. Miro, you've got an LMG. Just make sure, change shotgun. And our leader should probably have the other LMG. So there we go. So we've upgraded weapons this episode already. So just goes to show we are flying. Which, let's be honest, that is what we like to hear. Really excited about obviously building the rest of our kill box, but I just want to make sure we're caught up on everything else. Mainly the hauling tasks. Research would also be really good. It'd be really nice to be able to get through mortars today. or this episode and get onto solar panels to start building our solar panel farm. I told you it was going to be a packed episode, and I was not lying. Cleaning's not really getting done. Let's swap that over with Lobster, so then Lobster will be able to do that over. Because if anyone has free time, it's going to be Lobster, and as we can see now, Lobster is already cleaning. So we just got to keep in mind that we need to swap things over, because especially stuff in the kitchen, a lot of stuff is getting dirty. So if Lobster can start cleaning everything up, that would be absolutely perfect, just to increase people's moods, as we are having quite a few warnings of mood. Now, a lot of that will be the negative modifiers that they had from all the dead bodies. A lot of that will be from the attacks that we've been having. Obviously, people haven't been able to get rec time, that sort of stuff. This floor here was sandstone. Let's delete that, because that'll do my OCD and granite. And we just want this, so obviously people are moving faster. I did debate whether to have it through the hallways, but as of yet, I haven't really decided if that's what I want, or if that's what the colony needs. So everyone's catching up on jobs quite nicely. I really want a load of cleaning to get done before we start queuing up, obviously, the improvements to our kill box. It'll be really interesting the next time we get attacked or something to see what they do about this wall. Do they still come for it, or... Obviously it'd be nice if they didn't, but Rimworld isn't always nice. I'll have to be honest, party people. Okay, it seems like we got over the worst and most moods are obviously boosted up now, which is really, really nice. Obviously we still do have this mech cluster sort of on the map, but nothing that we need to like stress about dealing with at the moment. Some visitors, nothing of note. And then other than that, we are just rocking and a-rolling, it has to be said. Oh, we do have some ambrosia, or did that burn down? Some here. Let's make sure we click so that's all ready for harvest, because that's easy money if we can sell that to someone. Other than that, a lot of the cleaning does seem to be looking like it's been get done. Some of the bedrooms are still a bit dirty. I actually think it's just the one. But Lobster is going around and cleaning, so I will just allow that. Lobster, do you mind just cremating them bodies just so we don't keep getting a negative mood modifier? That would actually be superb. There we go. So the bedroom's getting cleaned. Nice, nice, nice. A merchant is approaching, which is okay. Hunting worksite nearby. See, we are flying. Look at this. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay, the time has come to actually start. Watch a raid happen now and they destroy my walls like straight away. Solar panels, like we said. Alright, let's build the outer walls. Look how quickly it goes up. It's crazy. Really, really great to see though. Block-wise, how are we actually doing for granite? This is why we wanted to queue up so much granite though, so when we're building defences we don't really have to hang about. Let's pause while we get our leader to trade. Cool, cool, cool. So the question is what do you have for us? You have some pulses and stuff, but that's a lot of coinage that we don't actually have at the moment. You've got some of this that we'll potentially need down the line, so I might just buy a load of it, because you haven't really got anything else that we need. We can sell all the smoke leaf joints, sell all the ambrosias. We don't really want that hanging about. Buy a load more of this, because potentially we're going to need it down the line, so... And I think that's possibly going to be... There we go, we've got a raid, so we've got mechanoids nearby attacking immediately. They are going to breach our walls. How many are there? Got another thump. Okay, luckily we do have obviously some friends, which I assume aren't really going to be friendly with us much afterwards. Right, let's shut all these doors. And then draft you. Not that it doesn't matter anyway, because they're going to breach through our defense. Chef Tran. I would actually really like you to haul these just in case they get destroyed by the marching mechanoids. Slightly awkward that we've built that wall just then. But the mechanoids are coming up top, so hopefully they'll run into these. I suppose the debate is, do we help? Because I think these are all tribes. But anyway, up the top they go, so that's curious that they've come up the top. It always makes me interested how obviously the AI chooses to attack us. So anyway. Not going to obviously grab anyone at them. Actually, we probably should start lining up everyone. An attack is imminent and I'm debating whether to actually get ready for it. That's probably a bit silly. Let's be honest, not the silliest thing I've ever done in the colony. Alright, then Aisha can turn that on. Right, here we go. Debating whether to actually come out and help. So the real debate. Do we help or not? No, I don't think we do. It's silly to leave our defences. Let's not do it. Right, it's got on a speed 3 because I don't think these tribesmen will be able to do too much. Saying that, they have taken down one. Just trying to see. They're doing actually a bit of damage. This is why we need melee guys to like run up to these termites and stuff. Problem is if we go and help, who's got the shortest ranged weapon? So I might have Purple and Crow actually stay back. Can I just left shift? Yeah, let's actually get us into the fray. We're not in cover or anything. Let's go on speed 3. And we might actually hit some friendly fire or whatnot. Let's stun that beast. Right, Lobster's already been hit. So I think if someone gets hit, then I might just send them straight back. But actually, it's a good opportunity. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. Can we actually fire? We sort of can. The only reason why we're going out to meet them now is because obviously their whole... Because they've got other opportunities to shoot at them. They're not just going to be shooting at us. Okay, I think we've... Let's call that a win. Let's not hang out too long. Because otherwise what's a win is suddenly a loss. Like, taking out that termite is probably the best... Well, we have messed up the defense. One of you needs to come shut that door. And then needs to open that door. Wait, have I done that right? No. Hold open, no. Yep, and this needs to be held open. There we go. Right, let's go on speed 3. Saying that they're struggling a bit, so I'm going to undraft everyone just for the moment. Because they shouldn't be able to breach through our walls, they should have to come through this. As I keep pausing because I'm so unsure. The mechanoids are having a hard time. But that's why you got to use cover, people. Like simple bits of cover like that. Okay, they've wiped out that tribe. But it was probably perfect timing. This is why I've undrafted everyone. Because actually everyone now has a chance to get some treatment. That turkey's doing bits. Look at him. Okay, they are shooting our walls. Which, I mean, they can shoot our walls until they're blue in the face, to be honest. That's not the most bothersome thing. And this is why I undrafted everyone. Actually, we might as well just go to sleep. See, right now is when we really want like an EMP launcher or something. Okay, they're starting to actually breach through. You're basically uninjured. You're in a lot of trouble. And you're in a lot of trouble. Okay, let's see if we actually are able to actually let everyone have a full night's sleep. Which I think we might be able to. They are going to breach through in a minute. I'm just watching this wall. Let's let Lobster get treated, okay. That's probably pushing our luck too much. Draft everyone. There we go. Saying that, they're still not really coming, are they? We've got no reason to take the fight to them. So we're not going to. We've got no reason to take the fight to them. Okay, there we go. One dies on a trap. Another one dies on a trap. When he comes through, they obviously could flank him, but again, I would rather no one get injured and lose some resources. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have to replace some granite than have to, like, waste medicine because we were a bit silly. Some colonists are getting bored, but that's okay. I mean, what are you attacking now? More granite blocks are being made, that's fine. Double research on the solar panels, which is going to be pretty sexy. How injured are you? You're about half health. I mean, let's deal with you. We might as well. We've got a crack team. Here we go. Don't think there's a way we can actually... If we come in like this, and I take charge of this guy, the minute I come around here, stun. There we go. Can only get the one stun, sadly. There we go. That was probably the better way to have done that. Right, so then everyone can go back to our thing. And then the only thing I've got to do is... this is why we have no friends. I mean... Can we just pretend they never actually, like, came and saw us? Like, they were never here. But that's why it's so good when you get attacks like that and you have actually people that come and visit you. I didn't see, I could be wrong, I'll have to check on the recording. I didn't see that we got anything negative for that, but it's like, not really much we could have done in that situation even if we wanted to protect them. Right, I'm pretty sure they lost everyone. I can't see, like... Right, there we go. What I will do is deconstruct all this as well, because obviously we're starting on our kill box. Yeah, extremely curious they came up this way. Just wonder what in the game said to do that. Right, and then replace that little bit of wall. No bother. Luckily, because we've got two constructors, everything goes up pretty quick, which is actually really nice to be able to say. That is doing my OCD in. What's going on there then, Jeff? It's fine, fine. Just pretend it doesn't bother me. I did unrestrict, yeah. So pretty cool. Like, I'm sorry for the seriousness. Like, there's something about Rimworld when you're progressing like this that's addictive. It's so addictive. It's so awesome. But sort of showed why we are upgrading everything. To be fair, in that situation, we dealt with that quite nicely. But it's because we got rid of that termite really quickly, because obviously that will blow holes in your defence. Like you wouldn't believe. More people are passing through. Like at this point, like surely word would get out that we're not a colony to just like mosey on and walk past. It's not like walking around your nan's for a cup of tea, do you know what I mean? Right, luckily we have so much granite blocks, still have like 800. But I want to get this up so then we can deconstruct this part. Because we can't... Oh, we can actually reinstall the traps, that's handy. So then I can just reinstall the walls. The walls? The traps. Jesus. Right. Just want this to get up with a quickness, and we are loving life. Like, it is going well. Like, I'm going to keep saying it as long as it is. Like, most defences we're dealing with so nicely, it's just perfect. Love that lobster's going around cleaning. It's actually really helpful. Although, lobster, I wouldn't mind actually you refueling these quickly. Because I think now you're off hauling, obviously no one's putting stuff in the generator. Is there anyone else's jobs I could like tone down so they could help as well? Crow potentially on construct, but I really do want 2 constructors, but yeah, I think after we do this then maybe come off of 2 constructors. But I do like having 2 constructors, it just sort of does help a lot. Okay, 2 granite doors here, obviously we'll keep them open, they'll be the same as like the doors here that we keep open when we're not in attacked, but then when manhunters or stuff like that we can just shut them so it saves wasting resources, or at least then we don't have to fight every battle, so to speak. Right, and then I will start reinstalling these. I'm going to have to put some concrete down. Just to make sure, obviously, they traverse the fastest path. Don't know how it's going to work from that angle. I'm assuming it would still take that path. Reinstall. Reinstall. Might be able to get a few more traps in this kill box as well, because it might be a little bit larger, which would also be quite nice. I don't like putting traps too close in one-way spots, because with this kill box stuff gets funky when you start doing it like that for some reason. No, I don't want all this undercover. Remove roof. Because if people are coming through this way, if it's raining, I want them to get all the negativeness of that, and especially if people are dying in the traps, I want them to get all them negatives. Because that is good for us, good for me, good for you. We are going to start having to... Oh, we do have steel around, we're just not... How much? Oh, like 400, okay. Major break risk. Supplies. What do you want? They would like a lot of... Hang on, let's pause this. They would like 1,500 cloth. We have to go to them. Is this colonist even worth it? Not really. I mean, I can't be bothered to like send people out to do stuff like that. If you want the resources, come and get it. Come and get it. To be fair, who would come to this colony, but... Like, I need to stop being negative. This is a nice colony. It's a lovely place to be, I'm sure of it. There we go. So then hold them 2 doors open. Right, so we've upgraded this defense by obviously having it double walled, widening it, so at least when people actually get through, there's going to be more time to actually shoot people to do stuff. Because like with this, there's not a lot of time when they come through that they can pop over and create obviously issues for us. God, I think our defences are actually looking quite strong. Really strong, especially when we upgrade this bit. Like, an infestation's going to be obviously one thing that can take us out, but there's not going to be a lot of things else that are going to be able to take us out in like one-on-one combat, so to speak. I don't want to deconstruct this too early, because that can lead to obviously quite a few problems. Right, concrete path, concrete. Do I want concrete here? I mean, yeah. Could make the argument to put sandbags in, but at the end of the day, that doesn't... I know it slows them down, but that's not... Why do I care if it slows them down there? I care about when they're in firing range to slow them down. I know people will disagree because every kill box they've seen online shows with like sandbags in between, but it's like, it doesn't really make logical sense. Not that I can think of. Like, obviously, because if it's a big force, they're still going to get you. They're just going to get you 5 seconds later. Like, delays it, but I don't know. Don't think it delays it enough, in my opinion, but whatever. Right, reinstall that. What just blew up? Are we alright? Pull yourselves together, guys. Come on. Right, then reinstall. So at least then we're not losing resources. Yeah, we get a few more traps. Nothing too cray-cray. Saying that, I probably won't put any traps in the single path. Okay, it's going to be obviously more obvious what the kill box is going to look like in a minute. Because we're going to have the pleasure of actually deconstructing the old one. And then we want that. Okay. I think that's nearly done. It's quite nice that we had an attack there, because then you hope logically then we can go without an attack for a little bit just to be able to get this up, obviously. This is big priority at the moment. Put granite door in there. I like 2 granite doors because they could probably just about get through 1 if they really wanted to. Where 2, like, what I mean is like if they're like sappers and whatnot, obviously they'll get through it. But if they've seen one of my colonists go through, they'll chase, and sometimes they get the door to about half with granite. So just 2 just gives you that, pure safety. At the end of the day, they don't slow us down, because when we're out of combat, I just basically click them to hold them open anyway. Which means you have to be a little bit micromanagey with getting them shut when stuff happens, but I believe that's okay. Let's get rid of that dumping stockpile, to be fair. These bodies really need burning, but I think that's because obviously Lobster is primarily cleaning at the moment rather than hauling and doing all them fabulous jobs that only he can do. I don't think we need that square there, But yeah, obviously a lot of granite gives us a little bit of time if they do sap through. But obviously, like we said, at the end of the day, if they're going to sap through, they'll sap through. But it gives us a bit of flanking time. And that's the only reason why I built it diagonally rather than building out like this. So at least if they come through this way, we haven't really got much special to defend against sappers or someone that comes through that way. But what the defense will be is it will just give us a little bit more time. So it will basically be like a time sink for them to do that. I think any more than this and you're probably going overkill. But if we can start getting stuff deconstructed and stuff, we can actually see what this beast will look like in action. And to be fair, I think it'll be pretty decent. Obviously, it's just hard nowadays with the amount of breaches that you actually get. But it's all fun and games in the world of Rimworld. Okay, we're deconstructing stuff. I want all our earlier kill box to actually get deconstructed. Because then they get... Oh, nice. Look, they listen. Such a good colony. So obviously if you've got construction jobs up that they won't deconstruct, they'll deconstruct after they finish constructing. There we go. Just put up all this floor. Oh, they're just hauling all the stones back to the stockpile, fair enough. I shall allow it, I suppose. There we go. And now we can see, obviously now we've got much more shooting range for anything that comes through. And then structure, granite wall. Chinchilla self-tamed. I mean, I really don't care about animals at the moment. I know you guys keep telling me that I should just at this moment. Got to remember, on the hardest difficulty on Cassandra, like, Cassandra ain't like Randy. Like, later on, she wants you dead. And there's no getting away from it. Like, Randy, you can have years of peace, like if you're lucky. Like Cassandra at the end of the day, she's coming at you every, on average every 11 days. So you can say it's obviously more predictable, but at the same point it's like, it's still a ticking time bomb, do you know what I mean? Randy's a bomb that you don't even know if it's a bomb. Like, I don't know, I do like Randy, the storyteller on Rimworld, but it's just sometimes I find he either wipes you out on day one or you can go like 1,000 years. Travellers request resources. Like, you're not having herbal medicine, I'm not, especially not 120 of it. Okay, there we go. So we've got a big chunk there. This bit probably needs reworked. Don't think we want doors here. Food binge lobster. Actually, we probably do if we don't get to them in time. It's just a fail safe, really, then, isn't it? And then we want to expand these zones. Do we want to? I don't know. Would have liked to have turrets down here, but I just think with how that base works, it's not really going to be viable. We will get some more turrets up here, though, which will be obviously really, really powerful. So we can deconstruct them. And hold open these doors. These doors are just basically if we don't get to them in time. But that is a solid bit of granite, so if they want to come at us, then by all means, come at us, bruh. We're ready for war. Hold that door open. Like, at the end of the day, this doesn't need to be massive. It's just a way to filter them all through. Then the single path is just a really... So then when they come around that corner and we're shooting, the turrets are shooting, you know, they're just down a bottleneck. But the reason why, obviously, I didn't put too much time in that, because we've had so many breaches lately. We don't need this to be huge. But, yeah, no, really, really happy with that. Solar panels is up, so... Because my idea is that we're just literally going to start putting them down here and we can get quite a few. Problem is we do have that collapsed rocks. We might have to put just a wall down here. Or something. Saying that, we could have a room here, so we could have like... Can I rotate these, or are these just not rotatable? Like solar panel, solar panel, solar panel, then room. So if I build a structure and I just put 3 granite, let's delete that just for the moment. But the idea is this is obviously going to be our power source. We could then have a room here that then we potentially can just stock some things in. Perhaps just in case we lose a lot of this stockpile, we just can have important stuff. Saying that, no, mortars. Mortars need to be down here, really. Yeah. Okay. Alpaca self-tamed, don't really care. Zone, order, remove that. No, I am happy with that. It's a massive chunk of wall though, isn't it? Right, let's granite all that. Then I think that's probably it. Then we can get back to mining this. Then to get more turrets in the walls as I lose my mouse. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.